What's up, guys? I'm Jimmy from Denver, Obama, and I'm starting up a new series called Jimmy Talks. I'm just going to talk about certain things about video games people might not always be aware of. I'm not going to waste your time with stupid individual details. I'm just going to cut this straight to the chase, unless you want me to start going into details. Alright, so let's give this a shot. Regardless of age or experience, everyone that even thinks of video games should at least know two characters, Mario and Sonic. Why? Because they were both massive commercial successes. Sega's mascot and Nintendo's mascot. Now, Sega was working hard to keep up with Nintendo because Nintendo had the gaming industry on this monopoly, really. There were only a few certain times when Sega could be considered above Nintendo. And for that reason, Sega was always making new systems. Not really commercial successes, but they were always trying. The Sega Master System, the SG-1000. I mean, the list really goes on. There were only a few systems that people really knew, like the Sega Genesis, but we're going to be talking about the Sega CD system. Not the Sega CD system, we're going to be talking about a game for it, Sonic CD, in case you didn't read the title. Now, the Sega CD was an add-on for the Genesis. And, well, it just added the idea of, well, CD and DVD based games. Now, I don't know what they were thinking. Obviously, nobody picked up on the idea of disc based gaming. This wasn't as much of a commercial success as initially thought. I think it's because of the games that were made for it. There really weren't any phenomenal games for it, like the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I'm not going to talk about that. In order to make their system commercially successful, they needed something to make it commercially successful. So, the Sega of America was making it a Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The Sega of Japan was making a Sonic the Hedgehog 2. They ended up finding out they were making two completely different games. So, Japan was like, alright, we'll go with ours. And they, in 1992, published Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. And then what America was making became Sonic CD. Alright, after that last statement, I want you all to be aware that I'm really breaking this down to the most open-ended way to say this. So, if I'm saying this a different way, I'm really sorry. I just don't want to really break it down into details and tell you all the small things. So let's keep going. Now, Sonic CD, in my opinion, was the best game for the Sega CD. I really enjoyed it, I'm not going to lie. But there was some creepy things in that game. Like, it wasn't a creepy game, but for being a Sonic game, it kind of was. Yeah, here, let me give you a blatant example. Usually in games, if you stand still for long enough, your character would fall asleep, or he'd say, hey, pick up your controller, or something like that. No, in Sonic CD, if you stand still for 3 minutes, Sonic jumps off of the map and kills himself. Now, I did say kills himself, so that might be a little bit of exaggerating, but I don't know, it was a little bit awkward. Now, I started from game characters, game companies, Sega Systems, Sega CD, Sonic CD, and I'm going to take it another step further. I'm going to talk about the sound test. There were multiple ways to access the sound test board in Sonic CD. And there was this, and there was that, and blah blah blah. I'm not going to tell you any of them because I don't really want to have to remember any of them. Basically, what happened is you go on there and there's a few different values in. You put in a value and you press a button, and well, you hear a sound or a soundtrack from the game. As a kid, I admired sound tests. I don't know. Games had the coolest soundtracks back then. There were a few different cheats in the game, like debug mode. Now, pretty much to access these cheats, you had to go into the sound test. You had to mess around with the 3 different variables, and when you got a certain order, you would unlock the cheat. So for that reason, it wasn't uncommon for kids to sit down and just mess around with the 3 variables, trying to get a new cheat. Now, if you went into the sound test, however you do it, there are usually 3 variables, depending on how you're playing it. If you're playing it on the original Sega CD, you have FM, PCM, and DA. Now, to access this creepy message, you have to go FM and set it to 46, PCM set it to 12, DA set it to 25. Now, I believe if you're playing on a different system in which you aren't given those 3 variables, you're just not given FM. So you would set PCM to 12 and DA to 25. Alright, for the next part, I would like to thank Pikachu 896 for allowing me to use this clip, because frankly I don't have a Sega CD emulator and I can't hook it up to my computer because my Sega CD isn't in this room. So I'm going to show you a video clip. It's going to be the creepy message, and you're going to hear the original sound. You're not going to hear any edited sound, and you're not going to hear my voice yet. Alright, I guess I have a lot of explaining, so I might as well get to it. Now first of all, look at the thing in the background. I mean, it looks like Sonic joined Anonymous. Now, I want you to keep in mind, especially in this part, that everything is simply a theory. Conspiracy, an urban legend, whatever phrase you really feel necessary for this, you might as well. Now, what I've heard, and what's been passed down and accepted, is that this is supposed to be Sonic with Mario's face. I mean, kind of, I guess. But if you played the game, you know this game has a very vivid, animations. And, I feel like if they wanted to make a Sonic with Mario's face, it wouldn't look like this. So, your guess is as good as mine. Now next up, if you haven't actually played the game for yourself or watched enough of a gameplay, you're probably thinking about that sound. I mean, what was that? You heard this creepy sound, this demonic laugh, and then this other creepy sound, and I mean, that would be really threatening. Believe it or not, in the English version of the game, that's the boss battle music. That's right. When you see Dr. Robotnik or Eggman or whatever you call him, that's the sound you hear. That's crazy. That's crazy. Next up is the Japanese text. Now, as the story's been passed down, Sonic CD started as Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in the American Sega. So, if they were going to put a hidden message in the game, why did they keep it in Japanese if they were American? Wouldn't it have been easier to put it in American? Well, yes, but I'm not a translator of Japanese. I can't put Japanese text into Google Translate or anything like that. So again, urban legend, may not be real, but here's what's understood. We're gonna pay attention to the one on the farthest top left. It says, "Fun is infinite." Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's got an infinity sign there, so that makes sense. That's not too bad. Fun is infinite. Now, the next text below it, the kind of bigger text, Sega Enterprises. Okay, I guess that's not that bad. I think I've explained everything to you. Wait, what the fuck is that thing? The thing at the bottom. Now, it's understood that's a signature of some sort. So, it could say signed. Now, again, not good with pronouncing any type of foreign word, even if this isn't a foreign word. It's Marin, or Marine, or something like that. I've heard it pronounced as Marin most commonly, but I don't think that's right. M-A-R-I-N. Now, people have theorized the word Marin so much. Now, the first time that this theory was passed around, they said that Marin is the god of demons, or in other words, pretty much the devil. Satan. That's what Marin means. Now I'm pretty sure the whole god of demons thing is right, but it's not devil. I know I played Aoni. I know Oni is devil. So the god of demons thing might be onto something, but I can't confirm that. Urban legend, blah blah blah. Now other people have been like, that's crazy. This isn't a creepy message. Marin is the name of somebody who developed the game or was involved in the game in some way. Now, of course, I haven't personally gone through the entire list, but what I've heard is that there's nobody with that name in the development team of Sonic CD. Of course, it could be somebody else. Somebody else could have put it in there as a hack, but I don't think they did. Or maybe Marin was a friend of some of the developer, but that's really far-fetched. So what am I going to say about this? What's my conclusion? Well, frankly, I there's really no way to conclude this. Was it meant to be creepy? I mean, the understood theory is that that's Sonic with Mario's face. I know that's the boss battle music, and I'm no Japanese translator, but Fun is Infinite makes sense, and Sega Enterprises and Big Text makes sense, and the whole signed Marin thing, Marine, Barcelona, Milona, makes such less sense than the rest of this. Not as much sense, I should say. I can't come up with a conclusion of any sort for this one, guys. So I'm sorry about the disappointment, but I'm just here to pass on the knowledge that I know. But this one, like, no matter if you think the Marin thing is real or not, or if it's supposed to be creepy, I mean, it's just so far-fetched every direction, and this is really hard to make sense out of. Think about it, guys. Come on, this is really hard. So, go ahead and post your comments below. If you disagree with my opinion, please don't use that to dislike the video. I mean, again, I said it like 4 times in this video, and it's already kind of bothering me that I feel like I need to repeat it each time, but these are all urban legends, myths, just things passed down, but, you know, the message is there in the game. What it means and why it's there, and the whole point of its existence is the urban legend, the myth. So I gave you the information, and what you do with that information is up to you. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I'm like at 12 minutes or something like that. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off. Alright, this has been Jimmy of Little Obama, and well, bye.